Hey guys, it's Ben. Today's Friday, November 10th, 2023. I just finished my 1 week injection regime with Mounjaro, starting at the 2.5 milligram level. And this week, we're going to be taking another one. I take them once a week. I try to take them, well, I've done it once. So I'm going to try to take them around noon on Fridays. And it's around noon right now. So let me tell you all about how week one went. I took some notes, so if I look down, I'm not being rude. I'm just checking my notes. What did we want to, I wanted to tell you that I started checking. I wasn't planning on doing my blood sugar, but I thought that'd be a pretty good idea to add that. So I started taking my blood sugar levels. I had the old thing left over from when I had the diabetes last time. And I broke it out and started checking my blood sugar on Tuesday. I'm going to check out once in the morning, right after I get up, right before I have my first cup of coffee, I'm going to check it. And that'll be averaged out throughout the week, just like I did this one. I've been doing it for 5 days, so I added all up of those days and what it was and took an average. And my average was 135. So not bad, down quite a bit from just a week ago, like hundreds and hundreds. So that's good. My high was 171, and I think that happened on Wednesday. That happened after we had, I can't remember, some kind of dinner the night before, and we ate a little later. So I wasn't too worried about that, but my low was around 129. Now, that's not bad either. That's down significantly, but nowhere near where I want to be. I want to be kind of like below 100. That's what I'm shooting for anyway. And my weight, I have no idea. I haven't weighed myself yet. I'm getting ready to do that right now. And we're going to find out whether I gained any weight or lost any weight. I want to remind people that I'm on Mounjaro for the diabetes thing, though. It's the blood sugar that really scared me into it. And the tingling of my legs, which I'm going to talk about later, but it's mostly gone away. It's almost all completely gone now. And it gets better every night, it seems like. Stopped waking me up. Anyway, let's check the weight, see where we're at that way. Excuse my ugly feet. All right, I don't think we lost any weight at all. We're 185. Okay, well, this is an interesting result that I didn't expect, and it may be from a couple of things. I gained 3 pounds this week on Mounjaro. So the weight's coming in at 185, which means that I gained 3 pounds this week on Mounjaro. Man, I'm not your typical patient, I don't think. I actually gained 3 pounds on this stuff. Now, it could be that I've been constipated, right? And this is the first week, so once that big, flush out comes out, I'll probably end up losing weight. But as it stands, we're going to go with the numbers because this is a game of averages, so we're going to go with the numbers. And we're going to say that I had a net gain of 3 pounds today, so it is what it is. But like I said previously in my previous video, I'm on Mounjaro to control my diabetes and to get my blood sugar under control. And that is going in the right direction with this medication, and I'm happy. If I gained weight with those results, I'd still be happy, and that's what happened. I did gain some weight. But I imagine that it's just kind of an off thing. Like I said, I haven't been to the bathroom in a few days. We got to take care of that. Anyway. I'm asking a question to you guys that may or may not be on this stuff or something like it. Eating, right? When do I eat? Should I eat like at the typical times, breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and just, it's easier on this stuff to reduce my portions. I found myself doing that a lot. Haven't gone back for seconds at all. And my portions are like half of what they used to be, which is why it's kind of a surprise that I've gained weight. Because based on that, and over time, I will lose weight because of this. But my portions are way down, and my hunger's just not there. That's why I ask, should I eat like a couple of times a day just to make sure I'm getting some nutrition in? Or should I only eat when I'm hungry? I don't know. You tell me. And I'm also going to look it up. So comment in the comments below and tell me what you guys do. I just thought about asking that. So let's see what we got on my notes here. Let's see here. Okay. Eating this week. Most times I really didn't feel hungry when my wife had breakfast made, or when she decided to make me a sandwich or something like that. I didn't really feel like eating it. And I was like, but I could eat it, right? I could eat it, but not every meal. So I'm down to like 2 meals, sometimes 1 meal a day. This morning I had a big breakfast, and this could be part of the weight gain. I had two. It's a typical big breakfast, right? This is overdoing it. This has been overdoing it this week. It used to be a normal meal for me, but this morning I woke up and my wife had made 2 scrambled eggs for me. I had 3 pieces of bacon and 2 thin slices of Spam. I know, don't judge me. I love it. I love the salt. Anyway, that was the biggest breakfast I ate all week. And I was feeling like I needed to eat when I woke up this morning. So, like I said, this is day 7 of the first week. We'll be injecting again today, so hopefully those feelings will go away once again. Anyway, let's see. What's my notes say? Yeah, I only eat, I've been eating when I'm hungry, right? I've been skipping stuff. The other day I did have a sandwich because it had been 2 meals since I had ate. And my wife asked me if I wanted a sandwich, and right, most times this is the feeling that I have on this stuff. It's like, I could eat. I mean, right? I could eat. Another thing with eating is the snacking, right? I used to be a huge snacker. Every night I'd sit down in front of the computer to go through our emails and stuff like that, and just peruse the internet. And I'd always have a bag of chips or some pretzels or something to munch on while I'm doing that. Nuts, whatever, you name it, that's what I would eat. This week, not so much. I had one night where I kind of had a craving, and it was 2 nights ago. And I sat down with a bag of cashews, and I went through them. Sitting there watching, but I don't feel like I was really that hungry. In fact, when I was done eating those, I felt super full, and I went ahead and skipped dinner. So I don't know. Things are things, right? So that's what's going on with this stuff as far as eating it. So it is what it is. All right. So sleeping, right? I'm sleeping better. I'm not getting up 3 or 4 times a night anymore. Once or twice a night is about average for me. There for a while, I was getting up 3 or 4 times a night, and it was really affecting my sleep. Although every morning I was awake by 6 and not able to go back to sleep. I've noticed that my sleep, when I wake up now, it feels like I'm coming out of a deeper sleep, right? I used to be able to just jump right up out of bed like I wasn't even sleeping. Now I'm kind of like a little groggy, the normal stuff that I used to feel in the mornings. And I've also been able to sleep in a little bit. Haven't really been jumping out of bed every morning at 5 or 6 o'clock in the morning. Some mornings I've actually been able to sleep in as late as 7. So that's huge progress for me, but I'm really thankful about the less frequent bathroom trips. And that's because of the diabetes mostly, I'm sure of it. Let's see, what else do we have? So how about my mood, right? How's my mood been? My mood's been much better. I was irritable as hell, really irritable at everything, and I felt a lot of stress I took everybody else's stuff onto me as my stress. That's the way it was feeling anyway. Like if my son was having problems in his business, I would feel that stress and it would make me irritable. This week's been a little different. I haven't been near as irritable. My wife commented on it. Seems like I'm getting a little bit better as far as that goes. And I think that goes a long way to the fact that I'm feeling better. I just feel better, right? I don't feel as, I don't know. I don't really weighed down is how I would describe it. How I used to feel, kind of weighed down. That's kind of lifting now. I wouldn't say it's completely gone, but it's getting better. This week my mood's been a lot better this week, and I hope that it improves even more so. So fingers crossed on that. I've been having more positive thoughts than negative thoughts lately. So that's a good thing, right? I'm thinking more. When I stress about things, I always seem to consider the worst case scenarios. But I also would consider the best case scenarios. That's the way it used to be, kind of a balance, but now it's kind of more on the negative side. But since I started this stuff this week, I felt that change. And I'm telling you it's changed because I felt that like weighed down feeling for a long time, both physically and mentally. And I'm feeling a lot better is what I'm trying to say in both of those regards. So, let's see. Negative side effects, right? I got the list here so I wouldn't forget everything or anything at all. My brain is not functioning like it used to be. I don't have the memory that I used to. I'm 58 years old, just for your information. So getting up there in the years, I'm sure many of you can relate with me. I have a hard time finding my keys and my wallet before we leave. So that's where I'm at. Anyway, negative side effects, the burps. Oh my God, the burps are terrible, right? I've been telling my wife, these burps are bad. So my wife and I went to an Aaron Lewis concert last night, which would have been Thursday night, right? We went to the Aaron Lewis concert and I was like trying to burp under my breath, but there's no hiding it. They smell like rotten eggs. Are terrible. The worst smell from burps I've ever had. So that's a real side effect. They didn't start out that bad. The first couple of days, I was like, doing fine. But about halfway through the week, the burps started, and they just got more powerful and bigger up through yesterday. Nothing today so far, thank God. But I'll keep you appraised of the burps. It's a real side effect. I get them once in a while. Like I just did one right there. And it smells like rotten eggs. You probably saw my eyes roll in the back of my house. Head and water. These things are stinky, you guys, I'm telling you. What else? I had a terrible headache one afternoon to the point where I needed to go lay down and take a nap. I laid down for a couple hours, and by the time I woke up, it was gone and I was feeling a lot better. But it wasn't like pain thing. It was more of like an irritation thing where I knew if I laid down, it would go away, and it did. So I never get headaches, so I'm considering that a side effect of this medication. I never really get headaches. It's been years and years since I had a headache until this one. It's not terrible. It wasn't bad, let's put it that way. Another bad side effect, I think it might be a bad one. I'm not really sure. It's a question I have out to you guys is sometimes you can forget to eat. A lot of people would be like, that's a good side effect. You still got to nourish your body, right? Your body still needs stuff to run on. And I know a lot of people are out there saying, well, that's what it's burning that fat off to run on that fat. I don't know. I'm going to have to look into this. I just feel like you should at least give your body something to do. Like my digestive system has slowed way down. I know that it has. I've had constipation the last couple of days, just being straight up with you. And that's probably an aspect to the fact that I gained 3 pounds on this stuff this week. But I'm sure when the dam breaks, the dam's going to break, right? And I'll put up with the constipation. I think what we're going to do for that side effect is go ahead and start a stool softener of some kind this evening. If I don't have any progress in that department by tonight, we're going to start a stool softener and get things moving down there again. Like I said, you can forget to eat on this stuff, and I think it's important to eat occasionally, right, to keep your body nourished, right? At the very least, this stuff helps you control your portions because you're not really hungry. Most of the times I was like, I could eat, I guess, right? I could skip it or I could eat. And like I said earlier, I'm down from eating 3 meals a day and snacking every evening. I'm down to 1 or 2 meals a day. It's normally a pretty, I wouldn't say good sized meal. Like one of my meals, if I have 2 meals, will be a sandwich, right? With a couple slices of meat on it and a piece of cheese. Right, that's about it, and nothing big on the portions. Way smaller than I used to eat. I forgot to mention. A few mornings I have woken up feeling kind of queasy, but within a few minutes on my feet. By the time I get the coffee made, right? By the time the coffee is brewing, I'm feeling much better and the queasiness goes away. And it's only been a couple of times. So, that's the update for this week. I hope it helps somebody out there. I hope that you guys comment below and tell me the answer to my question as far as the eating thing goes. Should we be eating like on a regimented schedule just to make sure the body has what it needs to go on, or just when you're hungry? What's the answer to that question? Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and take my Mounjaro injection. I've showed you guys this before. I'm taking the 2.5 dose. This is my second week on this stuff. So, and we refrigerate it. Don't freeze it, refrigerate it. It's important. So, this will be dose number 2 of the Mounjaro 2.5 milligram dosage, right? I showed last week how to do this, but maybe somebody's just tuning in this week, so I'll show it every time. I'm going to go ahead and inject it in my right side today since I did my left side last week. So, it's going to go right in this side of my fat belly. They say to do it about 2 inches away from your belly button, so that's what I'm going to do. So, without further adulation, let's get this Mounjaro 2.5 milligram week 2 dose injected in this fat body. And hopefully we can reduce our blood sugars another 10 this week. That's the goal. Another 10 on the blood sugars, and I would be looking for a weight loss, I'm sure, this week. So anyway, we remove the gray cap from the end, so it just shows the clear. Up in this little hole is the needle that's going to be injected into my stomach, into my belly fat, that is. Here on the pen, injector pen, is an on-off switch. It's a lock-unlock switch. So right now it's locked. We gotta unlock it, making sure not to push this purple button on top because that'll plunge the plunger. So we do that, flip it over to the arm position. Now, if I push this purple thing, it's gonna go off, and we're gonna do it. So I'm gonna grab a big thing of fat. This is easy right now. About 2 inches away from my belly button. I'm pushing it in. Now I gotta plunge it. Wait until you hear the second click and then pull it out. Now I got a little bit of blood speck there. That means that the injection, that the liquid went into my arm as required. All right, so that's the beginning of my Mounjaro journey. Week 2, the date, Friday, 10 November 2023. And we're beginning week 2 of our Mounjaro journey.